Absolutely beautiful Friday morning here in Southern California, this January the 10th, 2025. It is beautiful here as the sun is rising here in Surfside, California. Welcome, everybody. It is great to be with you. Of course, first and foremost, we send our thoughts and prayers out to all of those who are suffering here in Southern California due to the wildfires. We salute and honor and keep in our thoughts and prayers our first responders who lay their lives on the line for us every single day, not just during this, but every single day. And we'll keep them all in mind. The devastation here in Southern California, I think over 10,000 structures have burned now. And I believe there's been 10 fatalities so far. It has been awful. And we'll keep them in our thoughts and prayers for sure. Here on the morning briefing, there's a lot to talk about in terms of our long-range fishing. There is some really great stuff that we're going to cover. And man, I almost had a heart attack last night watching that Notre Dame Penn State game. I'm a lifelong Notre Dame fan, and I was convinced after that first half that it was a great run this year, but it is over. And oh my God, that second half was indeed an entirely different game. It was wild. And man, I got to tell you, that was a game, an instant classic for sure. All right, let's get back to sport fishing. I will get all set up. It was great to see you all last night who came out for our live stream watch party of the Notre Dame game. And of course, I'm thinking we're going to do that again for the national championship game. Great to be with you. I'll set up back in a moment with the morning briefing. Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. Hey, I got some halftime entertainment for you on the timeout here. And that concludes our halftime entertainment. Bid, what's going on here? I don't want to go to overtime. You got to make this kick. Come on, Jeter. Come on, Jeter. Frickin' nail this, man. Come on, Jeter. Frickin' make this. Oh, that looks good. Yes. Shit, yes. Oh, damn. I can't believe this. Hey, Slurp. Didn't it look like it was drifting? Hey. Oh, my God. I cannot freaking relax. Even 4 freaking seconds. Get his ass, sack him. No! No F-bombs here. Irish win. God almighty. Patrick Phillip. Woo! Hey, before I get going here on the morning briefing, one other thing. Last night at our watch party, live stream for the Notre Dame Penn State game. What a game that was. Charlie from the Fibbers Club, the Christian Fishing Club in Costa Mesa, California, presented me with a very special gift that I want to share with you right now. It is something, Charlie and everyone, that I will treasure for the rest of my life. Because not only do I get to talk about Scott Buchert here on a regular basis, all of you who are fans of Friedman Adventures know that Scott plays an integral part in Friedman Adventures and my life, but also I will have Scott with me forever, thanks to Charlie from the Fibbers Club. Charlie, I'm sure this will result in many nightmares in the very near future. Scott Buchert, love you, man. You are the best, Charlie. An extraordinary gift, no question about it. Thanks, my friend. Hey good morning, my dear friends. It's a beautiful morning. It is absolutely gorgeous, and there is very little wind. I am hoping that bodes well for the firefighters and these wildfires that have devastated Southern California. We will be keeping all those folks in our thoughts and prayers. We've got a lot to talk about here on the morning briefing. Welcome to Surfside, California. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh my God. Good morning. It's great to be with you all. A lot to talk about. If you don't mind, hit that like button. We deeply appreciate it when you do that. Also, subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel and tick that little bell. You will be notified when there is new content. Share these videos with a friend. Follow us over there on Facebook, on TikTok, for a little bit longer at least. That might be coming to an end. And also on Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Once again, it is great to be with you all. What a game that was last night. As a lifelong Notre Dame fan, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Some of the guys that were commenting on our live stream. Travis Bright, who is one of our faithful fans out there. Travis, good morning, my friend. Travis said to Bob Gifford, who was sitting next to me, Bob, it's time to start doing CPR on Phil. And it was really a great game. So, man, I think we're going to have to watch that national championship together, and we'll live stream that again. I almost didn't come back and live stream the second half because I was just over it. I thought Notre Dame, great season. They did a great job, but it was over. But, man, they found a way to win that game. That was fantastic. All right, let's get into the sport fishing and talk about long range first of all. And wow, has there been some great fishing. The Independence right now is just getting going in the area. A couple of guys were down there and have been down there for a while. Number one, the Royal Polaris has had phenomenal wahoo fishing with days over 100 wahoo in a single day. That is some awfully good fishing. And they had a couple days just like that. I've also had some excellent fishing on yellowfin tuna in the 120 to 150 pound class. Beautiful grade of fish from the Royal Polaris as they keep hammering away. Yesterday, they focused most all their attention on yellowfin tuna. They got into that 120, 150 pound stuff, and it bit for them excellently. Really a great day on the Royal Polaris. I think they had almost 70 of those big fish, and you just pile that onto the previous day's wahoo catches. And they've also had that grade of yellowfin tuna in previous days also. They just were focused mostly on the wahoo for that time. And the Royal Polaris is just putting together a great trip. The Red Rooster 3 was down in that zone also, and they had very good fishing on that big grade yellowfin tuna, 120 to 150 pounds. Really magnificent fish, and it has been biting beautifully. I think the water's coming up to my toes this time. Close. So really great fishing on the long range scene. And as I mentioned, the Independence is just moving up on that zone as we speak. So they should be catching here shortly. Not sure if they're going to focus their attention this morning on wahoo or yellowfin tuna or both, but we'll have reports from them. And if I hear anything during the day today, I will definitely update you and let you know how that's going. So really great fishing in Mexico Lindo, down south of the border around San Quintin, which is 140 miles down below the border. We've seen some outstanding yellowtail action, yo-yo ironfish, surface ironfish sometimes, but mostly on the yo-yo iron. That is to say, a smaller, heavier jig that you sink deep, and you wind on fast, and you set the hook by turning the handle on your reel until that fish pulls drag against you. Man, really great yellowtail fishing there. And if it does not bite, you still have a really great opportunity to catch tons of big rockfish. San Quintin, 140 miles down below the border, is a fabulous place to fish. Ensenada, which is only 70 miles down below the border. We've got a lot of great friends in Mexico, Ensenada. And boy, I'll tell you, they've had great rock fishing there. There's some big bonito running around there. And occasionally the yellowtail will get up under the birds, and you'll be able to run over there and throw a surface iron or a yo-yo iron and catch some forkies there also. So there is that opportunity at times, but it's been mostly rockfish down there in beautiful Ensenada, Baja California. So some good fishing going on south of the border. We get you up here into Southern California, and our rockfish season is closed. That's why you can go across the border down to Ensenada or San Quintin and fish those rockfish. You can also jump on a San Diego-based boat who has intentions of going south of the border, because once they head into Mexican waters, they are okay to catch rockfish. So once again, that has been really good down there in that neck of the woods. Really, for the Southern California boys right now, it's been, picking at bass, a little bit of sand and calico bass, nothing wide open anywhere. You really got to work hard at it here in the wintertime. Those fish are pretty lethargic. They're not really that active, so you've really got to get a bait right in front of their nose to get them to bite. A lot of birds starting to flock through here, so hopefully we'll see something before we call it quits here. I see a lot of birds working up here, so we'll keep our eyes on that, see if anything's going to go on here in the surf, but mostly sculpin, whitefish, and that kind of thing. Over at Catalina Island, it's going to be a gorgeous weekend. It looks like it is going to be beautiful. It looks beautiful here this morning, and Catalina Island's been kicking out lots of whitefish, occasional bass, but there is the possibility of a white sea bass and or a halibut or two, because we've had so much market squid in our environment here in Southern California this year. So we'll continue to watch that for you very, very closely also, and see if the El Patron, who will be running Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays all throughout January. Not sure if they're going to extend it into February yet or not, but I'll let you know. And they continue to have a great price, discounted price, no fuel surcharge, limited load. El Patron, Long Beach Sport Fishing. You're going to want to get on there this weekend. Go out and have yourself some fun. Bunch of perch over there. The blue perch are back. They disappeared for quite some time. Seems like they're back, and there's good white fishing. And as I said, the occasional exotic here and there. Also, up in the Channel Islands, much of the same, trying to catch a halibut or two up there. At times, that's been really good for private boaters. So some of those sport boat guys should be able to get on that. And also, we continue to see good whitefish fishing up there in that neck of the woods. Along the Southern California coast, sculpin bass, as I mentioned. That's been really what's going on. Don't forget, Native Sun, 22nd Street Landing. They've got their big halibut derby coming up, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Halibut/bass, and that is getting ready to start up right now. And Erin Graham, the captain of the Native Sun, has put a lot of work and hard work into the boat. New sonar. She's ready to rock and roll. Comfortable vessel to fish, and that has been very successful. That whole derby the last couple of years. Really, really great stuff. All right. In the Southern California surf, we've seen mostly barred perch. Our friend Wayne yesterday was right down there. I think somewhere maybe down there by the water tower on Anderson and Pacific Coast Highway. And boy, I'll tell you, he had some very good fishing going on. Fishing the camo gulp worms, I think 2-inch little worm. And he was doing really good. I think he ended up with at least a half a dozen barred perch down there. Water gets cold, and the barred perch seem to flourish in that because that's the environment they really enjoy. They like cooler water. You don't see a lot of corbina. You'll see an occasional yellowfin croaker. Halibut are certainly in the mix, and you can catch some good halibut throwing a Lucky Craft lure, chrome crocodile, drop shot in. Those are all good methods in the surf for catching some flatfish. So hopefully you'll be able to get out and do that. And right there behind me, down on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway, about a 15-minute walk from here, you'll find Big Fish Bait and Tackle. And they are giving away a custom surf fishing rod every single month. All you got to do is go in there and buy their ruler. You're going to need their ruler that you're going to measure your price catch on and upload those photos and or videos to their Instagram page. And then you're in every single month. All you do is buy the ruler. There's no other fees. There's no other cost. And they've got all the bait, tackle you'll need down there at Big Fish Bait and Tackle. Hope you can get down there soon. All right, my friends, we'll continue to watch it for you very, very closely. Some exceptional long-range fishing going on. An absolutely gorgeous and beautiful day here in Southern California, and the wildfires still raging out of control. Really, really, really awful. In fact, as we were debuting the morning briefing yesterday, a gentleman came on and said that he had lost his house in the fires. There's so many stories like that. I know fish from Worm King Lures. He said that they are watering their house every hour. The flames are getting really, really close. So once again, we are keeping you all in our thoughts and prayers. God bless you all. Good morning. Thanks for being here for the morning briefing. Don't forget to hit that like button. And I hope to see you really, really soon.